Sports betting apps and prediction markets are exploding in popularity. The American Gaming Association predicts Americans will wager more than $3 billion with a B on March Madness this year. It is a concern not only for adults, but also for kids and teens as well.
Yeah, and get this, digital platforms are making it easier than ever for young people to conceal their age and sidestep regulations. And as we know, gambling can quickly become addictive and really lead to severe financial, emotional, and social problems. Licensed clinical psychologist Michelle Chung joins us now. Michelle, that's where I'm curious, like, how are kids getting access? Because according to the state, you have to be 18 or 21 to even gamble.
Well, for teenagers, when there's a will, there's a way. I mean, they truly are able to bypass so many of the laws, whether they use a fake account or a name of a parent, an older sibling. But also, there are peer-to-peer bookies that happen.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
Wait, explain.
So there'll be an older kid or, obviously an adult above 18 years old who has access, and he'll quickly just on a chat say, hey, I'm going to put this money on this game or this bet. Who's in?
Yeah.
And then there you go.
It's kind of like when, you get the older kid to buy the alcohol at the gas station. This is sort of the new gateway, right? Wow. Tell us a little bit more about how these kids are learning, even hearing about the mechanics of gambling, the logistics, these chat groups. Like, how is this even happening right now?
Well, so much of what we see is really during the games. Have you ever sat and just watched even the March Madness games right now? There are constant advertisements for betting sites, all of these things. And frankly, when your peers just start it, there is a exponential chance that your kid will also get dragged
Peer
into
pressure of it all.
Absolutely. And they talk, right? So one kid figures it out, has an older sibling, figured out a workaround, and then there you go.
So psychologically, what are the warning signs? Like, as parents, what is the tell that our kid might be gambling, especially during March Madness?
Absolutely. So one of the main things you'll see is when a kid starts to all of a sudden develop an affinity for a group that he has no ties to. He or she has no ties to, right? So all of a sudden they're really interested in a game of a Texas team, right? Or a lot of other times what you'll see is emotionally. I say don't just watch the money, watch the mood. Because emotionally you'll see they lose a game, okay, they could be disappointed, but when they really get disappointed or they get irritable or they can't find their phone quick enough to check the stats, these are all mood things that you really need to watch out for.
Tune into that. Beyond the losing of the money, the cash, right? What are the problems with young people getting started with gambling so early?
The biggest problem here is that these kids, they have underdeveloped brains, right? In so many ways, a lot of people say it's like driving a sports car without the brakes completely, there. And so what you'll see is that they start to develop this pathway in their brains of dopamine hit and then all of a sudden a result. And that pathway will get developed at a young age, and then they'll all of a sudden start to look for that more and more because that feeling is so good, right? All of a sudden you win, you lose, you get hooked into it. And then there are things that are called the near misses that an adolescent brain doesn't really understand. The near misses feel like a win.
The near misses feel like a win.
Yep. And so a lot of us adults, if we lose, we'll say, I'm not going to do it anymore. But for these adolescent brains, they feel it in a way that's like, oh, I was so close.
Like the dopamine, like the actual physiological hit.
I almost did it. I can do it the next time. And so there's almost an opposite effect that their brains have.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to this now. I'm thinking about that with social media and phones in general, thinking about the conversation we had yesterday with the social media expert. This is just an incredibly important topic. I can't thank you enough, Michelle Chung. We appreciate it. And just a reminder that if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling, you can call the National Helpline at 1-800-522-4700, or you can visit ncpgambling.org/chat.
Today, co-anchor Savannah Guthrie.